Hello. So I heard this phrase said somewhere, I don't remember where, but I wrote it down and I taped it to my wall so I would remember because I have a problem focusing. I don't know if you've noticed, but I mean, I can focus on my work, what I'm trying to do in the moment, but also I want to just do a lot of things. And so I want to try and write another book or do this or that, and it's like maybe you can't do it all. B, maybe just focus, because not only will that help with your company and your life, it also helps with generative engine optimization. And I'm not trying to bring in like an interesting hook to GEO, or to marketing like a lot of people kind of do in our silly little marketing game that we do with our content. I'm just saying, like, actually, as I was learning about generative engine optimization, which is showing up in I learned that some of the stuff that I was doing was hurting me. And so well, in GEO and maybe in other things too, who knows? But so here's a couple examples. Well, I've written a couple books, so that's nice. Like write your books and like, okay, put them on the shelf and move on, right? Well, I thought, oh, I'll write another book about being a freelancer and give you some tips on how to be a freelancer. And I kind of thought I'd be efficient, actually, for once, by starting a LinkedIn newsletter about it that then would turn into a book. So I thought I was killing two birds with one stone, like creating content, maybe getting a following, then turning it into a book. Well, as I learned more about GEO, I learned that we can't confuse the signals. We have to stay on task, which is difficult for me, or stay on topic. And we have to think about what do we want to show up for, and that is what we need to spend time writing about. Of course, it could be interesting, but we don't need to be like talking about freelancing if we don't want to open a freelancing business. So that gave me permission to set that aside. And actually, it's hard for me to set things aside. I needed to learn that. One thing I am not setting aside is my PR horoscopes. And you might think, well, Amy, why would you want to show up as an astrologer? And it's like, okay, you know what? I just want to have fun. And these don't take that long and they're creative and they add like a little visual element to my life because I love my designer. Shout out to Megan. Um, and also, like, I use AI for it and it's fun. So, oh well. So, I'm not doing too much marketing around it. And I actually have those PR horoscopes hidden on a different page, not my blog, so that AI doesn't get confused. So, I don't know if that really helps me in AI. I might have to rethink that. And as I get busier and busier, I'm sure that that'll probably go to the wayside, especially if I don't get a lot of comments from people about it. I tend to like lose my excitement about things and like move on. I probably don't try hard enough on the one thing, but it is what it is. So anyway, this blog post talks about like focusing, which is really important for AI and probably other things. So have at it. Happy reading.